Hey guys, what's up? It's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. I have a really exciting video. It is my first collaboration video. Alycia from Alycia Thrifts is here with me today, and we're both sellers on Depop and POSHMARK, so we are comparing what it's like. I'm a US seller, she's from Canada. Alycia, do you want to talk about your channel and introduce yourself?
So my name is Alycia, and basically on my channel I talk a lot about like thrifting and like secondhand fashion. I do a lot of like sewing videos, but I also talk a lot about Depop and POSHMARK and, you know, give like seller tips and yeah, talk about like selling and reselling and that sort of thing. So
you guys should definitely go check her out. I love her videos. If you guys are interested in reselling and really want like good stats on it, she has a lot of really good information about that. So we actually filmed a similar video on her channel comparing our Depop sales, so you guys should go check that out. Today we're going to be comparing our POSHMARK sales on this video. Basically, we're going to start it off and just kind of compare the differences of selling on POSHMARK in Canada and the US. So I feel like POSHMARK is a little bit more similar, but maybe I'm wrong actually.
I have a feeling too, but yeah, we can talk about that.
I feel like that the biggest difference would be the shipping and how that is done. I know that we both kind of touched on that. You can get a prepaid label through POSHMARK.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, like when you make a sale on POSHMARK, you just automatically get emailed the label. You don't have to weigh anything or literally do anything. You just put the label on and like ship it, so it's super easy.
Okay, yeah, exactly the same. But you guys, I'm guessing you have the same tool to offer a shipping discount to your buyers?
Yeah, exactly. So if somebody liked your item, you can offer them a discount, and then you like have to offer them a shipping discount too. Yeah, the offer I usually do on shipping is $9.99 shipping, so that's like the discount.
Yeah.
You can also do, I think it's like $6 shipping is the other option, the cheapest like discount you can provide.
Okay. Or do you have an option of providing them free shipping?
I can check that right now. We might, but I just like never do that
it.
option because it's just like I just don't sell my items for like expensive enough to be able to offer
that makes sense. I very rarely ever press that option unless it's like a really expensive item.
Yeah.
Is this similar to yours where it says for all sales under $15 it takes $2.95, and for sales $15 or more it'll take 20%?
It's similar, but the numbers are different.
Okay.
So for us, anything under $20 they take $3.75, and then anything over $20 they take 20%.
Okay.
So
okay, that's kind of,
and yours is 20% too.
Yeah.
Over 15.
Yeah, over 15.
Depop, you could sell something for like $1, and
yeah, and they take 10
only
cents.
get yeah. So it's kind of interesting how POSHMARK is like making sure
yeah, that they get their cut. So what are your thoughts on POSHMARK and how do you like selling on it?
So I like POSHMARK because I feel like it's definitely like the easiest platform to sell on, just because they make everything so easy, like so seamless. But then again, I do feel like I need to list a lot more items in order to see like a decent amount of sales, just in my experience. POSHMARK's definitely a lot more brand based, so people are searching for very specific brands and specific items on there, so that can be a challenge too, because you just have to make sure you have items that are desirable for like their specific brand, not necessarily the style. So that's kind of been my experience with it. I started POSHMARK after I started Depop, so it was kind of interesting to go almost start off on the harder platform and then go over to the easier one and be like, oh wow, this is pretty nice. But yeah, that's been my experience with it.
Yeah, I feel very similarly in the sense that like brands are really what sell on POSHMARK, which can sometimes be frustrating, and which is why I decided to like also sell on Depop, because there are certain items when you're thrifting that you're like, wait, that looks just like, you know, a Free People shirt, but it's like, you know, some old lady brand, but it's like basically the same thing, and that does not do so great on POSHMARK and does much better on Depop. Also, I think that on Depop, people actually scroll through their feed, and I noticed that on POSHMARK, people will follow hundreds of thousands of other POSHMARKs. I really just feel like they follow just to like get the follow back or something. So I feel like that people search much more on Poshmark, and that's why it's so like brand heavy, because it has to be searchable. Where on Depop, I, at least personally, like I follow like 30 accounts that I like what they post, and so then like I will actually scroll through my feed.
No, I totally agree. Even like, yeah, I love scrolling through my Depop feed, and even just like the curated page they give me, I find they do like a really good job at that. Whereas Poshmark, you go to their main page, and personally, I think it's just like a disaster. There's nothing on there that I'm like really interested in. And like you said, it's like you kind of have to be searching for things. So that definitely makes a difference. And the thing with Poshmark too is when you sign up, like they automatically make you follow a bunch of random people. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I have noticed that.
So right off the bat, it's kind of like you're following these people you don't even really care about.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm like an ambassador on Poshmark, which
really,
which doesn't really have like that many perks, other than I think it makes people automatically follow me, but that doesn't necessarily increase my sales like we talked about. And they do have campaigns, which I did one on my YouTube like 2 years ago, and they paid me like $20, but beyond that I haven't done other ones.
Oh, that's so interesting. So like, because I'm not a Posh ambassador, the one thing I'm missing is like you have to share like 5,000 posts or something.
Yeah.
And I just like can't be bothered to do that, like sharing other people's posts. I probably should, because that's like the one thing I have to do. So they basically paid you to make a video? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they paid me to make a video talking about Poshmark in general. And I think I just talked about like my experience of selling on their platform. Since you do have your channel, I think it might be worth it.
I'm wondering if that's something they do in Canada, because obviously I've made a lot of videos about Poshmark, so
yeah.
And there will be more. I'll definitely be making more, so I'll have to look into that.
Okay, so we can get into the clothing that we're going to compare. So Alycia and I are going to talk about items. We picked 5 items from our Poshmark closets that have sold, and we picked similar items kind of based on brand and style, and we're going to talk about how much we paid for them, how long they took to sell, shipping costs, how many likes they got, and how much we got total in profit. The first item is a Lululemon scuba sweater, and this is like, we both had the same style, same brand, but different colors. So mine is blue and this is Alicia's. Hers is a pink color. Okay, so I sold mine for $35 and I gave a shipping discount of $2.46. What about you?
I ended up selling mine for $20, and then obviously the buyer paid shipping on top of it.
Nice. Okay. Mine had 2 likes.
Mine also had 2 likes.
Okay, and mine sold day of. Was yours a quick sell?
It actually was, which is really interesting. Mine ended up selling, 0 days, so it literally sold the same day.
Yeah, I knew when I found this sweater that like it was very popular. So yeah, that is really interesting, because clearly that is something to be on the lookout for.
I was really surprised to see it sold so quick, because it's in older styles, but I guess it's like coming back in.
Okay, gotcha.
But the interesting thing is, I have an exact same one, but in green, and I listed them at the same time, and the green one has not sold or had really any interest on it. Yeah, so and yours is blue, so yeah, I'm wondering why the green one, maybe it's just green is not as popular of a color.
Is it like a normal size? Because sometimes, you know, the really tiny stuff doesn't really sell as quick.
That's true. It might have been like an extra small, actually, now that you say that. So that could be why.
Gotcha. Okay. So I got mine at the bins and I paid $1.03 for it. Where did you get yours?
As I mentioned in my video, this was just like given to me to sell, so I didn't pay anything for it.
Nice. Okay. And I profited $24.51.
So I ended up making $15.48.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Well, I guess you did sell it for almost for $15 less than I did.
Yeah, I feel like the math adds up there.
The next item that we're going to be comparing is also a Lulu item. We both sold black exercise shorts. I sold mine for $20.
Yeah, I sold mine for $22.
Okay, so really similar price. I got 2 likes. How many did you get?
I ended up getting 10 likes.
Okay, so you got a lot more likes, but how long was yours listed before it sold?
Mine ended up taking 21 days to sell. So for me, that's generally pretty quick. Like,
Yeah.
that's under a month. So
Yeah, and that's actually pretty popular because mine took 24 days, so a really similar amount of time. I bought mine at the bins, so I paid 71 cents for it.
Yeah, once again for me, I didn't pay anything for this item, so.
Nice. Okay. Also, I forgot to mention this when I said that it sold for $20. I also gave free shipping, so that was a $7.45 discount. So that definitely like cut my profits. So in total, I made $7.84, and that is definitely low because of the free shipping that I gave.
I ended up making $13.07, so that's pretty typical.
Okay.
I actually have a question for you. Do
Yeah.
you have a set goal of like how much profit you would like to make, or like what is like a profit that you're happy with?
I would say, so if I buy something from the bins, I'm happy to sell it for anything like, or to profit anything over $5, because if it doesn't sell quickly on like Depop or Poshmark, I also sell a lot at like local buy sell trade stores, which I average making about like $5 on. And that's also somewhat easier because you don't have to like list and ship and all that. So that's kind of like my criteria. If I make like over $10, I'm really happy.
For me, it's usually like $10 is my goal, but like certain items, if I know it's just not popular and it's just not a super valuable item, like I'm okay with getting like $5 just to get rid of it.
Right.
But in general, $10 is like usually my goal. $20, I'm just like, yeah, like that's a good profit.
The next item that we are comparing are black skinny jeans. Alicia's are Urban Outfitters.
Yeah, they're these BDG ripped skinny jeans from Urban Outfitters.
Nice, okay. And mine are a pair of Everlane, which I feel like Everlane, they're kind of different brands, but also I kind of almost feel like that they're maybe owned by like the same hierarchy or something.
I think they're price-wise comparable because Urban Outfitters jeans are pretty expensive, and
Yeah.
same with Everlane.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. They're like definitely comparable in that sense.
I sold mine for $22 and I gave a $2.46 shipping discount.
I don't think there were any shipping discounts. I think someone just sent me an offer for $15 and I accepted it.
Oh, nice. And actually, mine has 0 likes, and I see yours has 1 like. And mine took 4 days to sell. How long did it take for yours to sell?
Mine only took 2 days to sell, actually. So that's why it only had 1 like, I feel like. Because it
Gotcha.
sold like actually surprisingly quick. I was really surprised to see that these sold so quick.
This is actually something that I haven't talked about on my channel yet that like I'm still getting into. But I recently kind of started getting into retail arbitrage.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so I got these at Nordstrom Rack and I paid $10.19 for them.
Wow, that's interesting for like a brand new item basically. Because I feel like that's kind of like how much I would pay at a thrift store.
Right.
For those jeans. Once again, as per usual, these were just like a friend's jeans that they ended up giving to me, so I didn't pay anything for them.
Nice. Okay. And so in total, I made $4.95, which isn't a great amount of profit, especially for like retail arbitrage and going to Nordstrom Rack, but I was happy with just making a profit.
Sometimes I find too, when you spent more, like when you invested more money on the item than you get in return, sometimes it's like a little bit disappointing, but
Yeah.
like you said, a profit is a profit. So
Yeah.
I ended up getting $10.53, so I was totally happy with that, especially because skinny jeans are technically going out of style, and these are both skinny jeans we ended up selling, so
Yeah, I think that's interesting. Yeah, because skinny jeans are like, people don't like. But maybe that's also like a Poshmark thing, because Poshmark I feel like has a little bit of an older demographic, where like Depop is very constantly on trend.
totally, like I feel like I would never have been able to sell these on Depop.
Okay, so the next item that we are going to compare are Adidas sneakers. Alicia's are the Adidas Stan Smith white shoes, and mine have like red detailing on them. So I sold mine for $9, and it looks like you sold yours for $15. I also gave a $1.50 shipping discount, and I paid $3 for them. How much did you pay for yours?
So once again, these ones didn't cost me anything. I think someone sent me an offer for these actually for $15.
Nice. I feel like that's pretty good. Mine got 3 likes and it looks like yours got 1 like. Mine were definitely in like kind of rough condition. I did get them from the bins, but at some of the bins, sometimes when I check out, they'll be like, oh, shoes actually are going to cost $3 and that's their flat rate for shoes. Or sometimes they'll just let me throw it in and like weigh them with different pairs of shoes and how much they weigh. It could be better one way or the other.
Yeah. So I feel like $3 is a really good price for shoes, to be honest, because at the thrift store they're usually like at least $5. So I think you got a good deal on them.
Yeah. It took me 27 days to sell. How long did they take for you to sell?
Mine, this was interesting because somebody ended up buying them and then they messaged me. They're like, oh, I bought that by accident. Can you refund me? So I had to like refund them and then put the listing up again. Yeah, it took 53 days to sell.
Yeah, I would definitely say like the sneakers that I sold, that was a few years ago now at this point, but I wouldn't like pick them up again because in total I only made $1.55, which is pretty low. What about you?
Yeah, I ended up making $10.53. So
oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty.
That was good.
Pretty consistent with Poshmark. If I sell something for 15, that's usually the profit I make if I don't like do any shipping discounts or anything. So for me, I was like really happy with that.
Yeah, nice. The last item that we're going to be comparing are Madewell jeans. I sold mine for $35. How much did you sell yours for?
I ended up selling mine for $75, so I was very surprised. This was the first time I ever had Madewell or even like did any research on it. So yeah, I wasn't sure how well they would sell, but like they sold really well for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow, maybe I should have listed mine for more. They weren't new with tags or anything, right?
No, not at all. I wonder if Madewell's harder to come across in Canada. Like maybe you have to like order it online and it's all complicated. So like that could be why like it might be a little more rare here.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Mine got 10 likes and it took me 10 days to sell.
So mine got 8 likes and took 32 days to sell. So basically a month, which is relatively quick for me.
Especially at that price. That's really good. So in total, my total profit was $26.80.
Mine was $58.05. So that was a really good profit for me. Like I was super happy.
Yeah, congrats on that one.
Thank you. Especially because I don't think we mentioned it, but
sorry.
These once again were just given to me by a friend, so I didn't even pay anything for them, so it was just like pure profits. Wow. So that was really nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I forgot to mention, I paid $1.20 at the bins, so not a huge investment to get them. And I was pretty happy with my $26 made on those jeans. But yeah, your over $50 profit is amazing.
You said that it took like 10 days to sell?
Yeah.
So I wonder if you probably could have listed them maybe for a little more expensive and then it might have just taken a little bit longer for them to sell, probably. Yeah,
I think so too. And actually this was like right before the whole like wide leg jean trend came in, and honestly if I would have like found them at the bins like 3 months later, I probably just would have kept them for myself. But I think maybe that was why I like listed them for a little less, because I remember this was like 2 or 3 years ago, and when I found them I was like, oh, these are kind of like weird, they're so like big. But now that's totally in, so I think they would go for even more if I were to try to sell them now.
Wow. Okay. With that being said, the fact that you like sold these a couple years ago, I'm actually really surprised that you were able to sell them, because I feel like if I saw those, I would have been like, oh, this is so weird. Like no one's gonna want these.
Right.
So to take that into consideration, I feel like that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
A good profit.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. So those are all the items that we are going to compare today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to check out Alicia's channel. I really love it and I hope you guys love it too. And also I will link the video that we made on her channel, which is basically the exact same thing like we did here, except comparing Depop. And I'm really like happy that we did this. One, it was super cool, one, to like meet someone through YouTube, because I feel like, I don't know, I've always wanted to do that. And also like I feel like I made a friend through YouTube, which is so cool.
Totally. I totally feel the same.
Yeah, now I like love watching all of your videos, and I feel like invested, you know, which is like a cool feeling.
Totally, I totally agree.
Yeah, I recommend if you YouTube to like try to find someone who's in like a similar niche as you and, you know, collab. It's very cool. Is there anything else that you want to mention?
No, that's everything for me. Yeah, definitely check out my version of this if you guys are interested in seeing the Depop version for sure.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.